What up, ladies and gentlemen, fellow, can't talk, intro sucked there, fellow lamp bearers. We're starting here at Stoneman. Don't forget to buy whatever you want from him. We'll have one more chance after this, but just reminding you, he will go away not too far ahead. So, we're going to move on down this way. We're going to have a Sin Piercer, not a Sin Eater that I always call him. Don't try to hide behind the columns, because I kept trying to every time I come through here and it never works. So, kill her. And then we got two doggos here protecting a vigor skull. I don't even know if it's really worth going back here to get it. Maybe it's one of the bigger ones. I haven't. No, yeah, it's one of the good ones, I guess. I think it's worth like 3,000 or something. I'm still used to the Dark Souls, like, in Elden Ring value of things. So when I see, like, 5,000 souls, or in this case, vigor, still gonna call it souls. It doesn't seem like much. I keep forgetting, like, even at the end of the game, a level's like 10,000.
In the name of Judge Cleric, and no longer a sanctuary for the ignorant and misguided.
Alright, so we got this stigma.
Been our own for generations. We've always kept our hearts open to the Hallowed Sentinels.
Be grateful that by Judge Cleric's
Lowly
mercy,
pilgrims
you
being
are allowed
forced
to live
out.
with those wayward hearts still beating. Repent.
If you haven't figured it out yet, obviously something's rotten in Denmark. It's kind of becoming obvious at this point that the lady, the Immaculate Lady, is corrupted somehow by a deer. So we're heading to cleanse the final beacon, or see the final beacon in our case, because I'm going to be doing the Umbral ending. You keep noticing the story the stigmas are telling, kind of telling us that the soul order's been corrupted from the top down. So here's our next boss. It's kind of like a mini boss. This is a really cool enemy design, I think, but they're kind of like a priestess type thing. I'm going to go down here and get out of Umbral, because I don't think it's worth throwing a seed down there, because we probably won't die. But there's no idol there to get back out once you grab the stigma. I did want to mention, I should have mentioned in my review, but I really thought it was cool how they use the stigmas to tell a story in the game. Because it's kind of like, the Dark Souls type thing where you use an alternate, medium to tell the story, where in Dark Souls you're reading item descriptions and things. And here we have that, but we also have, the stigmas you can grab that kind of show backstory and motivations, things like that. So I thought that was really cool, and I was really upset I forgot to mention it in my review. Every time I do one, it's like I hate doing them, because as soon as I get done, I get so mad, and I'm like, fuck, I forgot this and this, and like really major points. I try to write them all out, but then when you go back and edit it and watch it, and I'm like repeating things 3 times and forgetting things that were important that I should have, so it's always frustrating. But I did at least want to say that was something I thought was really cool, because I hadn't heard a lot of people talk about in the reviews how it was a cool mechanic. So anyways, here, we're probably going to want to get our Holy Defense. If you want to throw on a ward, I think she does Smite too. The problem with Smite and Holy in this game is hard to tell until you get procced. And even then, they both kind of look the same. The other ones you can kind of tell apart, especially the Rogar ones. But so she has like a elusive beam type thing she does with her staff. You're going to want to use this pillar. It's obviously placed here for us to use and to find a place to hide. And she's obviously going to be resistant to Holy, but that's what our build is, so we're going to do what we can with it. We still shouldn't have any real problem with her. you've been doing like all the content, like you should be kind of over leveled at this point. Especially if you like went down through the depths and all that. But yeah, she can kill you real quick if you aren't hiding behind the pillar whenever she's doing her beam. If she starts hitting you with it, just panic roll. I would chain roll until you get clear to hide behind it. But that's the only way you're going to survive this. You can kind of get in and beat her down, but the way she teleports away makes it hard to, consistently get damage on her. And she will heal herself too. That's why I'm gonna start getting up in her right now, and that sounds sexual, but alright, so we broke the posture. Got a Grievous, that is what it's called. I looked it up after the last episode where I was talking about I couldn't remember if that was Liza P or Lords of the Fallen. But we did get our Grievous. We got our Smite proc and she gone. Kind of weird they like pour out their drink when they die. We get her staff, which is probably not bad if you're a holy build and don't want to use Pietas. We can throw down a seed here, which I'll go ahead and do. And that's going to be an enemy going forward. We're not going to face a ton of them, maybe like 7 through the rest of the game, but they are pretty tough, and when you face them, you're just going to want to try to knock them out before you get into the open, because most of the times they're kind of guarding an area that's pretty open. Alright, let me change my armor set real quick. I threw this back on because I wanted to get something on that's going to have good holy resist. Everything here is going to be holy, obviously. Or Smite. I had Dervils on because I went back and was farming something. Alright, we'll pick up the clusters. Those large Mana Stone clusters are really going to come in handy towards the end of the game. We've got one boss fight that's especially difficult at the end of the game. If you're a caster, you're probably going to need several of those. And I would imagine you're probably not going to beat it first try. It's a real tough fight, and they're actually going to buff them too. So,
This Abbey
by the way, thank you here now. This will be our last encounter with him. So he'll be here through the remainder of this area. Once we get to the Empyrean, which is the next area, he's telling us right here, if you see anything, you better by now, just to be certain.
Hello again, friend.
But we'll have a few new little things. Nothing big. But he's always the one to get all your bombs and resistance and assaults from. So get all the ones you want, because after he's gone, you're only going to get them from drops. So pick up the 2 large Derelium there hidden behind. We're going to go try to open that gate. That's a shortcut. We don't have super far to go. So right here around the corner is going to be a penitent. What are these guys called? A something penitent? I know the little praying guys are penitent, but what are these? It's something penitent. Anyways, take him out. And we're going to have up here a Sin Piercer who's going to be guarded with a Parasite and a dog. So the dog, when it sees you, should run down out of range of the Parasite and you can take it out. I'll put my mana recharge ring on. Between that and our rune, should keep us from using too many clusters. So what I like to do here is we're going to flare, run past, get the Parasite, and immediately take her out as quick as you can. At this point, these guys are going to do massive damage if they hit you. especially with their charged arrow. They'll take about half of your health bar if you're around 40 vigor like me with one hit. So if you just transition to Umbral, they can kill you in one hit. Since half your bar is going to be withered like it is right now. So be careful in this tunnel. There's lots of the little explosive pustule things. I don't even know what. It's so gross. I hate saying that word. But just be careful in here. You may want to just blow them all up as you go, but I don't have the patience. Alright, so we're just going to pop them all. You get vigor from them, so probably worth it. Nothing crazy, but anyways, we'll move on. And we got an exit totem right here. We're gonna have a couple penitent right here, and then up these stairs a sin piercer will be pacing back and forth. She may see you if you're standing out in the open like this. Oh no, she's blind as a bat. Damn, that absolutely wasted them. That one's real hit or miss, it seems like, depending on where it lands and where they're standing. But it does have a lot of potential if you hit it right. So we're going to go down here and open the gate, pick up the ammo and another large cluster pair. Now we've got good access to hit the vestige and not have to go through that stupid tunnel anymore.
Hello again, friend.
Look how fast our mana's going up. Holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna buy some fire salts. I like, by the way, speaking of these salts, I haven't really talked about it, and you can see I never use them. I have 48 of the holy salts. But the difference between them, you probably know, but just in case, the ones in the bag last longer. And I know if we throw them on with our catalyst, the amount of damage it adds is affected by our scaling. I don't know if it's the same. It appears to be, but if we use the salts, I don't know if it works the same way. But the fire and holy I like the best because they're just going to add a flat damage. Now if it's like a boss, poison's pretty good, obviously, because you can proc it and it'll just continue to chew their health down. But on most enemies like this, we're not going to hit them enough for poison to really matter. Bleed's pretty good too, secondarily, because I like it a lot because when we hit an enemy with it, any concurrent hits after that or while they're bleeding, which has got a pretty obvious visual cue. You can see the blood just squirting out of them. But you'll do like a lot more damage if they're bleeding while you hit them. And then with Wither, obviously it's good too, but I prefer those over the ones that have the proc because it seems like with Smite, like on this sword, and there's the weighted arrows, those are going to be our, like best pure damage arrow. So for this guy's going to come running down at us. But yeah, I just really prefer those a lot more just because of the way, we kill enemies so fast. Thinking like New Game Plus and so, like after that, I've started New Game Plus and I've got a weapon that's does about 800 per hit. It's a longsword. And even New Game Plus, like at the very beginning, the first enemies we encounter are taking like 3 hits. So I think when we get far into the game, that stuff might be more viable. and ignore the visual issues because they had a patch that I think negatively affected PlayStation, so they reverted what they did. So there's going to be a little bit of stuff looking kind of patchy in places. So they did that, I guess, to make the performance better, which I prefer anyways. So it's just a PS5 issue. Something about the lighting meshes or something. So now that we're in this courtyard, we're gonna meet Stillman to get the best spell in the game, in my opinion. Probably second best actually, but I think they did buff this one down. It's still really, really good, but it was like insane a little earlier, especially for slow enemies. If they're really fast, it doesn't work as well. But I'll talk more about it when we get it. So this is kind of spooky right here. This spot, like it's a little tricky and kind of you actually have to, as I figured out over time, you actually have to hold your lamp out and then transition while you're on top, and it's going to raise you up high enough to make that jump. But you can't actually like jump or get up on top of it otherwise. So let me go back. I screwed that up. We're going to throw down a seed here. So we're going to have a Womb of Despair right here, and then a Stigma. I don't remember if I grabbed it yet.
And as I willingly
Wanna
relinquish
have a
this
weird
token
looking
of my
outfit.
past,
There's that. The
so
spare.
too do I
Cool.
relinquish my past.
You can have a giant hole in your chest if that sounds
I have
good to
been
you.
reborn in the light of our eternal lady, and proven myself worthy of being counted amongst the ranks of her blessed
Alright, so
servants.
we're gonna go
The
look for
hallowed
this
ones.
staircase over here. It's gonna be the
Not
opposite
a word,
corner we come in on.
holy word do I commit
And
my
if
blood.
you're not familiar with the area, it may be a good idea just to run through and run straight up there and throw down a
In
seed.
radiance, judgment.
Just waiting on that scouring. Sorry about that. So, yeah, probably just run up here when you get here. And there's going to be a flower bed right before him. And that's going to be the best place to throw it down for now. He's asking for the banner, like I told you before. We got the standard part of it. If you remember that elevator and I missed it and picked it up beginning of 2 episodes ago.
And present it to Judge Cleric as a reminder.
The one in the manse of the Hallowed brothers.
I have too much hallowed sentinel blood on my, but I must do what I can for those who can still be saved.
And we haven't got a chance to get the banner yet, but we'll go ahead and hand over the standard.
Had not been destroyed completely.
You definitely want to get these because you'll get his armor, which is one of the, in my opinion, one of the better looking ones, and I think it's one of the better armor sets in the game too. And then you'll get his flail, which is really cool looking. It's not super effective, but right there is Aureus' Judgment. Ring of Eternal Faith. Increased holy damage, increased posture, a lot of good rings. Try to see what I can sell to this fool real quick, because I can get that other ring. Got a lot of duplicates. The amount of weapons in this game is just nuts, and I love it. I'm so here for it. Love all the options. I really like flails and like Morning Stars. I just think they're such cool looking, wicked looking weapons. And I always want to use them in this game, but they kind of suck. I tried to start the game with the one we get from the like one of the first boss fights. That one increases radiance, increases holy damage. We actually have more rings that we can equip. I wish we could get an extra slot for our build. I mean, we've got like 3 or 4 holy damage rings, spell power. But yeah, our umbral flower bed is going to be over here. Plant our seed. Take a snooze. Get your heals back. Look at the pretty moths as we wait. So now I'm going to show you Orius' judgment, and just sit down because I don't want you to fall over when you see it. It is just so fucking good. I love it. Just love it. It's so good. Yeah. Eat the storm. Look at it. It just tracks him. By the time we get down there, he's going to be dead. And that's a bell resonator. I mean, they're really, what are they called? Something resonator. Sacred bell resonator. And it will track other enemies as it, when it kills one, it'll just start tracking to the next one that's closest. It's not as long as it was. I think before it was like ridiculously long. But what's cool is you can chain cast it, so you can throw out like 5 of them and just let them do work. They absolutely melt bosses. So again, don't transition yet. We're going to walk here and then put our lamp out. And you see it'll allow us to get up on the ledge. And then we get over here. We can transition. Go ahead and flay the umbral belly. Get the putrid outfit. Which once we do the umbral ending, that'll be your starting equipment. There's a little area out there back there. I didn't even go through it because there's nothing there. But there's 2 bells, and it seems like there's something that should have been there, or maybe they forgot, or like they're going to do something with the bells, or we could ring them or something. I don't know, but I stood over there for like 10 minutes trying to figure out what the purpose of it was, but there was none that I could figure out, so. What the fuck? Why is my thing not working? Oh, I switched the wrong button. Okay. Yeah, look at this. It's just, I'll just stand here. And once we get our build like fully maximized, I think by the end of this, it should be doing like 300 a hit. Right now it's like 250, which is still real good. I don't even have everything optimized right now. Got the mana recharge ring, which normally, like a boss fight or something, you'd probably throw on increased power of sorceries or something like that. And by the way, I know I look like a bum the way I play because I'm using like just a meta build, most effective tactics available. If you've never heard of meta in gaming,
in Radiance, judgment.
So we can go ahead and buy this other one now. Trying to collect all the rings so I can get the achievement. But anyways, my first playthrough I did pure strength. So screw you. I don't suck. Because I know like this build obviously makes everything easy, but that's kind of the point of what I'm doing. I talked about it a lot more when I did my Elden Ring walkthrough, but the point of what I made it for was like, there's a lot of people getting into Elden Ring. It was like their first Souls-like, and they don't understand, a lot of the mechanics and things. And I wanted to give them, like a template or a build that would be just the most beginner-friendly, which I don't normally like in these games which I love that they haven't yet, cucked and made the difficulty sliders or anything stupid like that. Anybody can beat these games. It just takes, the want to. They're not particularly difficult in any way. It's just the learning curve. But although there are some points where it can get pretty hairy. But anyways, most decent gamers can beat these games if they given enough time and effort. But I wanted to make this, with Lucent Beam especially, and now Aureus' Judgment. I feel like using this build, pretty much anybody who's, a proficient gamer could probably get through the whole game. Which is what I wanted to show, because I remember when Elden Ring came out, there were people that checked it out that they ran into the tree sentinel, and that's actually why I'm going to change this out real quick. But they ran into the tree sentinel at the beginning of the game, which you're actually not supposed to defeat, and then they just like banged their head against it, and then just gave up on the game. So I was like, I want to make a video telling people, like, you don't have to deal with them right off the bat, and he throw on Aureus' Judgment, obviously, but you don't have to kill him, and that's not the point of this game. Is like you're supposed to learn to, if you're having issues, to learn other tactics and yada yada, and anyways, that's what got me into making builds. So I just wanted to making walkthroughs and game tips and shit, but I wanted to just make it the most easy so anyone could pick it up and do alright. I don't know why it took me 30 minutes to explain that, but anyways. Alright, so right down here we got more large mana stones. Love it. We're going to open this shortcut. Can't shoot through the door, I guess. I was thinking maybe that get over there. Again, some of these shortcuts don't make sense, but when you get into New Game Plus, they most certainly will, because your vestiges are going to be less, and each cycle or playthrough, they're going to be less and less and less. Till the end, there's only going to be 2 in the entire game. I think New Game Plus 3. So every shortcut's going to be a huge boon, especially for coming back and doing quests and stuff, which especially when you get doing the Umbral ending, you'll learn how much running back and forth you're going to be doing. So, alright, so we came to the little secret shortcut area. I don't really have to kill these guys, I just want to. Getting the souls. So we got an area back here on the other side of this building we need to go up. I was proud of myself for finding this, because I hadn't seen anybody else that found this when I first did. But right over here, it doesn't even look like you'll be able to make it, but you can kind of jump diagonally onto that. Run over here, transition to Umbral. And there's our ladder. Take it up. And then up top, we're going to have a pendant up here. And I actually found this, and I didn't even see it on the wiki for a good while. So I was like, hey, look at me, I'm pretty cool. Even though I'm sure like 30,000 people found it, but gives you a sense of accomplishment. Alright, so run and jump. Let go of the stick so you don't roll off like a dingus. I'm gonna pull that. Which is kind of weird. It rotates through the building. But anyways, we're gonna jump. Definitely don't roll there when you land. And unbridled focus. Super, super secret. I think that's one of the best well-hidden ones I've found so far. I just stumbled on it by accident, but I do remember seeing it just being in Umbral like somewhere else and seeing it on the rooftop, and for a while being like, how the hell do you get up there? Oh, this one's new. I've never seen this one. Oh, well, that's weird. I've never seen like a weak consumable like that in a Umbral Belly. They're always a ring or a pendant or quintessence or something important. I don't think that was there before, but Maybe I'm crazy. Alright, so we're taking out that way up there. Probably hard to see. But just look up that direction, you'll see her. Is that the Sin Piercer or the... No, that's the, like the boss we just fought. What are they called? Anyway, they're like the Holy Priestess thing. There we go, we got poison proc. I don't know why that first hit did so much damage and the other ones didn't. It's kind of weird. Alright, working our way up. There is our next Holy Priestess, Lucent Beam bitch. And then we got a Sin Piercer over there, so I'm just going to throw out Warrior's Judgment and let it eat. Let me cook. Just let Warrior's Judgment cook. That's all you need to do, just let it cook. These little things are perfect for hiding. So obviously I think while they're there. So back here behind this, we'll have our little umbral totem to exit. Boxes to break, because I love breaking my boxes. You got a good vantage point on her right here. That'll take care of her. I don't know what the point of this little dead end staircase is, but anyways. We've got several other little hidden areas we're going to hit on the way. So we've got another Scourge Sister over there, and there's going to be 2 of the Spiky Head Penitent in that little area as well. So you definitely want to take her out. There's one hiding over there. There's going to be another behind that little altar that she's standing by over in the corner. Oh shit, I'm looking close enough. Oh no, come on, don't put me in Umbral again. Be sure to grab this. Consecrate. It's a nice, I think this one's a group healing spell, so you can use it with your ally. So back here is going to be our next friend. Get some mana going. That's a good quick. I like how cheap Orius' Judgment is too. You think it'd be more expensive for how good it is, but I guess it makes more sense now that they've nerfed it a little bit. So there's the Toll giant axe. Good looking weapon. And we've got our next Quintessence over there. You may want to run up here and grab our next safe spot first. Our next Umbral Flower Bed. And by the way, I noticed in the last episode, I watched it back, and I said that the Holy Sword's cool because it doesn't bounce off the dog's heads. That is not correct. I don't know why I said that, and I don't know the point of this little dead end. But the sword does bounce off, just like every other. Oh, that wasn't smart. Dumbass. You just stand over there in that little ledge. He can hit you, maybe. Maybe. There we go. Alright, you just fall down that chasm. There's some smite cure. This is large Derelium. Right to our left up here is going to be a dog, and by the dogs where the Holy Priestess would be. Standing right there. It's a good spot to stand and take everyone out. If you want to farm, it's not too bad. Multi-shot crossbow. You can see that gazebo way over there. That's where our quintessence will be. So, don't go to Umbral yet. There's going to be a little spot over there. We're going to run over here and throw down our seed on the Umbral flower bed right here. Do not go in the door to your right just yet unless you want to go into a boss fight. It's an easy one. If you've been talking to the Iron Wayfarer, he's actually going to jump in and help us in the fight if you go in there. But we're not going to just yet. We're going to go back this way. So there's going to be a sparrow right here as soon as we go into Umbral, so just watch out when you transition. We need to get over on that roof. Remember, oh, and what I was saying, I got distracted, but with the sword, it does bounce off even if you got a sword, unless you two-hand. Because, duh, I've talked about it 1,000 times, but they made the game so when you two-hand, you don't ricochet off stuff. But if you single-hand, you'll bounce off walls and stuff in narrow corridors. And I was two-handing it, which I do a lot with this sword. So I don't know why I was thinking that it doesn't ricochet off their helmets. Then I was like, I've seen that happen. What was the circumstance? And then I figured it out. So I felt stupid watching that. But I was like, I'm not going to recut that whole fucking thing. Edit it. Alright, so we'll kill you guys. Like I said, not a horrible place to farm. You've got 3 of those guys. They're worth 500 each. Scourge Sisters, I think, worth 700 or 800. Get a nice drop down kill. We gotta go down here anyways. And you got another one of them over in that corner. So he was worth about 650. So we're gonna go ahead and pull this over. I don't really understand the point of this one. Guess maybe just to avoid the sorcerers. But you can just go around. So I don't know. There we've got like the area to the left you can just walk through. So okay, I guess I can't break those. Get our Umbral belly. Oh yeah, that's enhanced poison javelin. Very, very nice. If you've got the stats for it, I don't think I qualify on the agility or strength for it. So we're gonna go ahead and flay another platform. Look at these giant cicadas, by the way. Those would be creepy. If they put those in the game, that'd have been a cool enemy. Oh god, no, we're getting... Oh fuck, I fucked that all up. Shit. See what I said? Like, she was just melting my health bar. Just like Lucent Beam. Just like we do. I did that thing where I hit attack and it does like the lunge forward thing, and then I tried to roll out of it. Like, as soon as I pushed it, I noticed before it even animated. But then when I rolled, it threw me forward when I tried to roll out of it. So, it's kind of embarrassing. But anyways, we're going to go back down there. Just optimize my shit real quick. Throw this stuff on. Maybe I can use the enhanced javelin. Take this dumb bitch out. Well, damn. Well, damn. She's just moseying in a circle, getting missed. Alright, we got her. gonna hit him, and then I was like, oh yeah, I don't have my stupid catalyst equipped. Alright. So we gotta go across that platform, like I said, over on the other side. Now that we've taken her out, we'll just throw our catalyst back. But when we get on the other side, there's gonna be a mendacious visage protecting a quintessence. By the way, I'm one quintessence behind here. I did just realize after the last episode that you should be one ahead of me. I've picked them all up on the video series, but like when I've gone to get them, turn them in, I've been one behind because if you remember, there was an episode a while back in Upper Calrath where I had to switch to my other character that I was using for walkthrough prep because I had a video that I recorded an entire area and lost the save for it, so yeah, I ended up switching them. But what I was trying to, the one I was doing the walkthrough prep on, I ended up passing over a quintessence I knew was there when I was low on health, and I was like, I'm gonna go back and get it. And I already played through the game at that point, so like I knew it was there. I just forgot to go back and get it. It was the one. It was the one in Calrath, actually, in that same spot where I lost the save video. Because right before I picked it up, actually that's what happened. It was right before I picked it up, the the game crashed and I lost the save. So I was like, I gotta go back and get it, never did. So here's our mendacious visage. We're gonna flay him open, spray him with the holy juice. I got no chance. Let your little slugs hit me, I don't care. Too powerful. Flay this open. It just had a joke come to mind, but I'm not gonna say it. It's way too wrong. Oh shit. I was gonna say what it looks like when we're flaying those little pregnant belly things. But I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna take my own easy bait. I'm trying to be a good human these days. Not that I've ever been bad, but you know what I mean. Alright, so there's our umbral exit. We're gonna move on. Head up this way. Take a lefty. Keep on heading on. And we're back up here. Now, I'm not going to actually hit our rest point because I don't want to deal with this stupid priestess thing again. See that way over there, that building, we're going to get all the way over to it. I'm going to back up a little bit. Like I said, there's a sparrow. I can't ever figure out where he starts from. He should come out. There he is. Alright. They just pack a wallop when they hit you. So, we're going to do a little run and jumperoo over here. And then we're going to have another moth lady come out with her disconnected head. For notice, their like head, top of their head just sits on their jaw. There's like no connecting. It's creepy looking. Alright, and then we need to pull this thing out. Not that. This one right under me. Oh, I know. I did this wrong. I forgot. Okay. We gotta go over here. That's right. pull this back. We want to pull that one. We're just gonna yank it out. Then we're gonna go over and get on it, pull it to us, and then we're gonna jump onto it. And then we'll pull ourselves the rest of the way over. That one took me a minute to figure out, remember? I don't want to make myself sound dumb, you know, but it's just one of those things that's not apparent at first. Oh, yeah, we pull out that. We're not going to pull ourselves over there. Alright, cool thing about Orius' Judgment is we can go ahead and cast it from here. But they're going to go underground anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Deal with him, wait till he comes up to dodge. And then Holy Beam to the face. Didn't work out like I thought. Like I thought. I don't know what that word was that came out of my mouth. Guess it's time to go to bed. A long day at work. Come home, gotta record this. Alright. I don't even feel like doing the walkthrough, I just want to play, but I'm almost done. Alright, Impious Nohuta's Ring. Impious Nohuta's Ring. I don't even know what that one does. I got it before, but I don't remember it. Pick that up. And we get some more large mana stone, which I love. I would recommend taking out the explosive ones before you try to go around, because there's going to be some of these little withered guys that pop out, and you know, when you're trying to hit them, it's easy to smack the explosive thing and kill yourself. I don't think it'd totally kill you, but you know what I mean. It's not going to help. Alright, that one's a dead end. We're going to walk out over here, flay that open. We got another Womb of Despair. And by the way, you can actually just soul flame and throw them off the cliff. I don't do it a lot, because usually I have trouble locking on. There's so many other little enemies running around them. But if you're out of magic or, you know, whatever the situation, there's Blind Agatha, but you can just soul flame and then like throw them off the cliff like you would a one of those spiky head dudes we did a long time ago. But the cool thing about with them is there's no delay where their soul gets pulled out. It just like I hate when it does that. What the fuck? What was that? But yeah, it just like immediately chucks them. So it's really effective for throwing them off of stuff. Just go ahead and drop down. It's gonna put us right back here, kind of back close by Stoneman. Remember, we still got to get his banner. We'll probably get it in the next episode, because like I said, we're gonna have a boss fight. We're already at 48 minutes here, so. Oh shit! I hate when they try to kick you. That was like the bane of my existence early game. I kept getting grabbed by their little kick shit. It used to drive me fucking nuts. I know the timing of it now, so. Alright. I'll run all the way back. You can just use a Vestige Moth if you want. We're gonna run back to our seed. And then we're gonna go on in and check out a little cutscene. Probably not a horrible idea to go ahead and spend our runes too. Let's do Vitality, yeah. Maybe get that to 45 by the end, or 50. Probably got about 5 more episodes, maybe. I guess. Where was that ring? Oh, I didn't see it. Oh well, we'll figure it out later. We're gonna go here, open the door. Don't worry about the boss fight, it's not bad at all. You could die, but I've never died at it. 2 times before this I've done it. And I'm okay, but I do die at some of the bosses. I'm nothing special. So there's Deer's Rune, what we've been after. And what the Iron Wayfarer's been after. It's a cool enemy. Like, it's got like the Spartan like fight posture. Alright, this is 2-on-1 for us this time. It's usually the other way around.
You're better off alone.
She can't handle the beam. It's so good, it's just insane. These are pretty interesting enemies. They do a lot of really cool moves and like flipping all over the place and casting spells and melee at the same time. You can get them to drop their spear too, which I think would probably be pretty cool for a build. Like a spear and shield. By the way, he's the guy from the first game. I didn't realize that, but Harkin is his name, I guess. I didn't realize, but you can see his tattoos. I noticed it. I remember, I never played the first game. It's not even really a first game, but Lords of the Fallen they made back in 2014. So there's the shield, my favorite shield. Actually, there's one more I forgot about that's probably the best, no question, that we'll get very soon. It's definitely the best looking too. Tie between the one we just got, if you're going to be having a brass, color palette, and then the other one, kind of like we have now, and the other one's like blue and steel. So I think that's a good spot probably to end here. We're just under an hour. Fuck, that happened quick. So I will end here. And the next one we'll go open that gate over there and make our way up to the Empyrean, where we'll take on the Lady of the Order and make our way towards the end of the game. I don't want to spoil what happens. We got a lot of big boss fights and cool stuff. I'm going to be doing the Umbral ending just for reference. I'm going to put out separate videos on all 3 endings, the requirements. Probably a week or 2 before I get those up, but in the process of making them now. And like I said, we'll be doing the Umbral here. It's the most complicated, so we'll do it on this. See you in the next one.